Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. We are talking Real Housewives of Miami, episode 10 and 11. Let's go ahead and jump right into the review, okay? So the ladies pack to go to Spain. The ladies board their planes, and of course, Lisa is late. So on the plane, Stephanie asks Adriana and Karen, do they have any beef? And they was like, no, we don't have any beef, we just, Lisa, why you still haven't unfollowed Marcus? I feel like you only done that or is doing that to spite Larsa, which I completely understand. But, girl, everybody has the same consensus that you should have just unfollowed. Nobody's following him but you. Nobody. Like, it is no reason unless you have your own agenda. So Larsa asks why Stephanie and Alexa was fighting, and Stephanie simply responded that she is belittling. And Karen immediately defends Alexia, and Adriana, of course, calls her out for that because, baby, it's like you up her ass nowadays, and me and you supposed to be ladies. We supposed to be ladies. Looking at them on that PJ with the bed in the back, yes. I definitely want to try that out in my life. I want to see what that's about. Like, mind you, if I'm in something like that, I wouldn't even mind taking a 20-hour flight. I can go to sleep. I'm comfortable. There's nobody there but me. Babe, boom, please. I wonder how expensive that would be. I know that would be up the ass, okay? I know that would be up the ass. I love how smart Adriana is and how she's giving us these little fun facts about Sevilla and all that. Come on, Harvard graduate, future Harvard graduate. Come on, baby. Go ahead, put that degree to work, baby. The PJ pulls up to the beautiful hotel about 7 hours later. I also love how Stephanie's husband called the hotel directly and upgraded her suite and had like gifts and roses waiting for her in the room. No lie, my man would do something like that. My man would definitely do something like that. The other ladies arrived 16 hours later and lay down. Okay, I have never taken a flight that long. I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I just haven't yet. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see Lisa. Y'all see Lisa? Where she at? Everybody asking about Lisa, baby. Lisa ended up missing her flight, and she's not arriving until later. Tomas, no lie, I think you might get fired after your boss see this clip and they play it back with you saying bitches. You know what I'm saying? The company ain't gonna like that. You in uniform, you on the clock, you gotta be professional at all times, especially in the hospitality service. Like, I get it. It was a cute moment between you and Stephanie Kikian, but I also know, being in that industry, baby, they are very, very fickle on how their brand is, represented in public. So hopefully you didn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if you did lose your job. That's all I'm saying. Stephanie says she's obsessed with her husband and likes to do everything with him. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Stephanie also says she thinks Alexia have self-esteem issues, and I completely agree. So the girls come in to where they drinking and kikiing, and why did Karen get up and tell Alexia as soon as she walks in, get ready, we're talking about you? Alexia immediately pops her shit, rightfully so, because what you mean? What are you doing talking about me? And I told you not to talk about me, and how dare you? Oh, what do you mean? I wasn't talking about you. I never said I was talking about you. I said, get ready. Karen leaves with the other ladies and go up gossiping, and Stephanie calls it out. She does not like that. Like, bro, you just got off my private plane. We sitting here, I'm thinking we have a moment, and as soon as your friends come, you one, tell them that we were talking about them and it wasn't even like that, and two, you run off to make sure they were good after you just got off my PJ and you was in my bed. Girl, please, the audacity of you. Karen comes back and Stephanie calls her out on her behavior. Then the ladies get ready for dinner. Alexia and Marisol was talking as they was getting glam done, and she said she really didn't like what Karen did. Nobody liked what Karen did, but Karen will be Karen, okay? Larsa says she's keep getting a call from a creepy guy that says, I love you, and hangs up. Listen, y'all. I don't want to tell this story, so I'm probably not, you know, unless you ask me about the story in the comments, okay? But that happened to me before. Like, I want to say, let's see, I'm 37, probably about 15 years ago. That happened to me. Like, that was so weird. It was so creepy, and I just... Anyways, moving forward, the ladies go to dinner. So, do Alexia know the singer? Because I'm like so confused. I thought Marisol said she hired him, but then he talking about he wrote a personal song for her. Like, what? And then they started crying when he's singing. But to me, like, doesn't he sound off key? Like, I know I'm not tripping. I'm okay. He is off key. Is that how it's supposed to sound? Like, I know it's supposed to have like that hurt and that pain up in the throat, but baby, he sound like he was hoarse and off key. Okay? Larsa and the other ladies, however, are laughing, and I thought that was kind of rude. Y'all, why Lisa's still not there? Everybody asking about her, but she's still not there. You see what happens when you late? You see what happens when you late? Let me tell you something. If it would have been me, let me tell you something. If it was Stephanie, like, right, Stephanie, and she invited Lisa on that plane, first of all, I don't think Lisa would have showed up late if Stephanie would have gave her that invitation to be on a plane. Two, you know Stephanie could have waited to leave her. I would have left her too. I would have left her too. I would have left her too. I agree about sending a courtesy text or a call. That's the least you can do if you're late, and like, that's the least you can do. That is so rude if you do not. So Marisol says she felt a little weird vibe when they first walked in, and Kiki jumped in on it. Not to mention, Karen went up to them and said, we were talking about you. Then it pops off between Alexia and Stephanie, and Alexia says, you're not about to change the dynamics of the group. You're new here. Baby, Stephanie says, you're not about to tell me what I can and cannot do. So, yeah, I'm sorry if you were offended, but the truth hurts. Baby, when she said that, baby. Then she said, I believe you're very insecure. Go to a therapist, baby. She was, baby, Stephanie was letting her have it, wasn't she? She wasn't ready. Alexia was not ready for that. Karen said she's feel bad, and she didn't know that her making that comment was going to set things off like that. Bitch, please, you knew exactly what you was doing, but you wanted to kiss Alexia's ass so bad you didn't even think about the repercussions that it was going to cause between her and Stephanie, or as well as how it would have set the tone for the rest of the trip. Girl, please. Listen, I might have an alpha personality, but I can say I really don't bump heads with other alphas. We see each other, we respect each other, and don't get me wrong, we can tear down to the ground. I mean, I'm passionate about my stance, they passionate about their stance, but at the end of the day, baby, we just gonna go to lunch. We gonna agree to disagree, or maybe come up with a compromise until we both are happy, and then we gonna go to lunch. we are going to lunch, which is kind of honestly what they did. And that's true alpha behavior. That is true alpha behavior. Stephanie was basically like, girl, I ain't got no beef with you. I was just letting you know your husband ain't shit. And Alexia was like, I hear you, but baby, you don't know nothing about me or my husband been saying he ain't shit. So how about you just leave our husbands out of it? How about we just leave our husbands out of it? We just keep it me and you. That's basically what they said. We just keep it here. Alexia even goes on to say she really think they're gonna be great friends, and they continue on eating their dinner. Y'all, Lisa finally arrives 24 hours later. It was like 23 and some change, but baby, that's a whole day later. Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's what she get. I'm sorry. That's the consequences of your own adult actions. But damn, like, I would have been so tired and irritable and probably hungry, and then y'all coming here with the rah rah rah, like, how could you, monkey, and blah blah blah. Baby, let me get in the dough good. How you think I feel? Yeah, I know I was late, but shit, it took me 24 hours to get here, and it took you 16. Hell, it took you 7. How you think I feel? How you think I feel? And I'm pretty sure Lisa needs a damn shower. Damn. Lisa also don't want to talk about why she late. If you ask me though, she hasn't thought about what she was gonna say. And with Lisa saying she don't care, I feel as though that's very rude and disrespectful. But I wouldn't expect anything else from Lisa. Next episode, unfollow or unfriend. The ladies, of course, again, are still in Spain. It looks absolutely incredibly beautiful. They are getting ready for the day while discussing last night. Lisa and Stephanie are the first ones to meet up downstairs. Everyone was curious about Lisa, why Lisa wasn't on there. Everybody is curious why Lisa wasn't there on time. Lisa said she had legal stuff to take care of. Larsa was like, but wasn't you just in St. Bart's? And look, you can tell that Lisa wasn't prepared for Larsa to say that, okay? And she got immediately offended. Kiki, do you see how Gertie waited for you and told the other girls they can't leave without you? You see how she's a friend to you? So the group splits into two. Half goes to this dressmaker, and the other half, like with Stephanie. Where did the other half go? Oh, to the shops. They go to the shops. And Stephanie kind of checks Marisol about what happened last night, because she didn't like the comment that Marisol made. And I'm with that. I don't like people that stir the pot, especially after things have been resolved and, you know, everything has been de-escalated. Don't come back talking about, oh yeah, and you gave it to her. I was like, yeah, take that, or whatever the hell Marisol said. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because now you about to keep shit going, and we ain't got to do that when we already resolve this issue. So I'm glad Stephanie said something about it. The other ladies, while they're in town in the shops, and listen, let me tell you something. Kiki was me the first time I tried Roy oysters. It was absolutely disgusting. It is not for me. I like them char grilled, sauteed, anything but raw. Anything but raw, I don't like it. I don't like it. It is not for me. Kiki is going through some things right now. She says she was getting death threats from some members in her family because she's trying to help bring as many over as possible. However, it's causing emotional and financial stress on Kiki to the point where she had to move. And that's very sad. Threats, her daddy had to step in, and it's supposed to be your family. Sad. The girls then go to the fitting, and Karen says Gertie unfollowed her. Then Alexia says, well, Lisa is still following Marcus. Karen asks Alexia about Todd because Alexia put her ring back on, y'all. I told y'all, I'm out of married folks' business. That's what she want. She with her man. And didn't Todd just go off on them this week? I haven't heard what Todd said, but everybody talking about what Todd said. Todd is airing everybody out. I heard on the Bravo. So. Larsa then confronts Lisa and straight up asks her, have you unfollowed Marcus? Lisa said no, because you haven't been a good friend to me. Larsa straight up said, I don't want to be friends with you if you don't. Have y'all ever gave a friend an ultimatum like that? I never gave my friends an ultimatum. I just simply said, if you're going to continue to follow my ex, don't update me about their personal life, because I don't care. I don't care. I don't call and update you about your exes. Don't call and update me about mine. But I never gave nobody like an ultimatum to stop following my ex. People, friends, whoever. I feel as though you ain't got to really, you shouldn't have to do that. Then Lisa starts dragging the shit out of Lisa. All because she hasn't done what she wants. Baby, that is a horrible, horrible woman. Calls her a groupie. Baby, Larsa went low. And can I tell you, I feel Lisa on taking notes, because people be forgetting what the fuck they be saying and try to gaslight you. So I get that, because Lord knows I have taken some notes. I have recorded conversations. Yes, because you ain't about to sit here and act like you wasn't the one who got it started. Like you didn't say this. Like you didn't do that. Lisa goes up to the room and calls Jody. I didn't like how Jody was in his first confessional. I thought he was very rude and very, like, that was not a good look to me. That was not a good look. And let me also say, baby, I don't follow nobody's man. If it's not for professional reasons, meaning, you know, like, for instance, I got my own bartending company, and if he's not a photographer or a caterer or a DJ, or I don't follow my friend's man unless it's for business purposes. I ain't got their number. I ain't calling them up, they ain't calling me up. I don't understand. What? Nope. We ain't doing that. There's no reason to do that. Nope. Karen is being a spokesperson for Larsa, and Lisa, like, why are you up her ass? Have you noticed there's been a common thread? Because Adriana just asked her the same thing, and so did kind of Stephanie. So, like, for real though, why are you up her ass? You up Alexia's ass? You up Larsa's ass? You up the, what is it called? The It Girls? You up the It Girls' asses? The ladies arrive at Healing Flamingo. Again, I love Adriana fun facts. And when that lady was singing, she was on key. That man wasn't on key. She was on key. See, no. No, ma'am. The ladies are getting ready for the red dinner. I love a themed dinner. I think everybody looks beautiful. So at the dinner, Larsa said Jody started texting her aggressively. Now, hold on. I ain't it. I agree with Larsa. A man shouldn't address a woman. That's not his. Tag me in. Address her man. You don't address her. That's never a good look. Then all of a sudden, Lisa's phone starts blowing up, and it's her lawyer. I'm assuming because she needs to sign an affidavit within 1 hour. I'm assuming it's her lawyer because she has to sign an affidavit within 1 hour. Larsa says she wants to leave. And I love how when Larsa was going off on, that's not the part I love, but when Larsa was going off on Lisa, I love how Gertie said, baby, speak for yourself. Don't speak for the other people at the table. Okay? People at the table was also in confusion because, baby, what is happening? Where is this coming from? Now, Larsa also admits that Jody is not cursing her out. It's just a lot of nonstop texting. And then, of course, the episode ends there and it's to be continued. Now, I think I'm going to just save all my comments until we see the continuation of this. Because if Jody is texting you, how did Jody get your number? Have y'all already been texting each other? Or is this the first time he texted you? Because I need some more context before I really say what I want to say. But I still say, no man should ever address a woman that's not his. If you got a problem with what Larsa is doing, you talk to her man. You talk to man to man, woman to woman. If you don't like that she did something, tag me in. I'll talk to her. I'll address it. That's how it's supposed to go. I am looking forward to the next episode. And why did they move the show to Fridays? That's messing up like my nap schedule. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. And if you haven't already, please comment and subscribe. Bye.